We're doing great.
Where's your tie? You're supposed to have a tie. It's company policy.
No. I'm not the staff here. You guys. I'm just the wacky, zany guest for the inning.
Jose Altuve leading it off against Verlander. Well, here's the obligatory. What have you been doing lately? I understand you've been working with a lot of the Tigers minor leaguers.
I did. Well, when I retired, my wife threw a wonderful kind of retirement party for me, and there were 7 pastors at my retirement party. So I realized that I want to be involved in stuff. That's a really good play, by the way.
Great play by JB.
Nice long hop. Did you ever used to do that? Get the nice long hop, Jonesy?
Yeah, but mine was usually unintentional because I always just tried to throw it. That was I mean, what can't this guy do? He goes and gets it all and makes a good throw. So anyway, I was retired and I was involved in Bible study, went to seminary classes and things like that, and I just kind of realized that I wanted to do things that's eternal, and I kind of think coaching is in that regard. So a couple years ago or a year ago, I contacted the Tigers, talked to Mr. Illich, and talked to Dave Dombrowski at the time and Al Avila now, and told them what I was wanting to try to do, and that was come up with a bullpen coach spot for the minor league guys, because there's no development.
Ball hammered to center field, playable though for Mabin, who will hold it in.
Cammy's got that one easy. It's good to see him back. We were together in 06 for a little bit, and it's good to see him come full circle. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm helping out in the minor leagues. I go and travel to Toledo, and I travel to Erie, Pennsylvania, and help out with the young guys in the bullpen. It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of velocity coming, boys.
A lot of velocity coming. What's the biggest challenge trying to spread the wisdom to these kids that you're dealing with when you do like 8 to 10 days a month, right?
Yeah. And then like this last time in August will be a little bit longer than that. But really just helping them, just first of all, having them trust me, that I was with them in spring training, spent the whole spring training with them, get to know them. And then as situations come up during the nights that I'm there, just kind of present how you may want to go about it, and then because these guys they're just young guys, they're just learning out, and they think that nothing is going to apply to them because they're so great and they throw so hard and things like that, and you just have to kind of chip away at that and just be there when they are experiencing tough times. Then you can be there to help them, kind of nurture them, and just pour into them.
We call that slowing the game down in a big moment, right?
That's right.
So how do you teach that?
Well, you have to teach these guys. You have to show them who they are first, what they do well, what they don't do so well, and try to teach these guys that stay out of situations that you can't succeed at. If you have trouble late in the count, pound the strike zone early, things of that nature. That these guys have learned and mastered, and the guys in the bullpen now are doing amazing, but it's all the stuff that all of us had to learn.
1-2-3 inning for JV. How about the first pitch from Todd Jones tonight, who, by the way, is going to stick around for another half? What do you got on this, Jonesy?
There's my daughter right there, looking good. Brad didn't frame it too well. I think it was a strike.
We'll be back.
A lot of gray. A lot of gray.
Because obviously it was one that was very, very special. You guys had a really good pitching staff. You had the youngsters like Verlander and Zamaya, and the older veterans like yourself and Kenny Rogers. Pretty good mix.
Well, yeah, I mean, having a chance to watch Justin tonight, let's say, and you watch him in 2006, and you see where he is today, and you just can't fathom that anybody can continue to get better. And he has, just every year. He's really turned into the face of the franchise, and he's a special guy. And Zumi's a special guy as well. He probably had the best fastball I ever played with, and he's a great guy. And all the teammates around. Simo's down here now working, and it's funny to see Simo in a suit and because he was balling out, hitting 27, 29, 30 home runs that year, and really helped us out, and great teammate. And you know, time moves on, but for a city to even invite a guy to come back and relive a moment that was not a world championship, but heck, we made it to the World Series, and that's a pretty cool thing to finish second, I guess. But you know, just to be invited is special, and get to see some teammates, and we all of us keep in touch.
Victor Martinez, the batter here with 1 out, and Simo down in the camera well down there. What do you got on Todd Jones? What kind of teammate was he?
Well, he kept the mood light inside the clubhouse. There's no question about that. Jonesy's a funny character inside the clubhouse, and that was one of the things that the young guys we needed, because again, this team we were battling. We didn't know exactly what we were doing, and all of a sudden it started to get a little tight on us a little bit. And Jones is one of the guys that could calm the guys down, make us laugh, and make sure that we knew that this was a solid team, and we just have to believe in each other.
Well said.
You know, the one thing I remember about you was kind of funny was the way you came out of the bullpen. Remember that?
Yeah.
The joke they pulled on you?
Oh, yeah. The guys talk about keeping it light. You know, I mean, heck, it's a long season. You have to do that to make it through.
But you used to slam the door when you came out, correct?
I did. I got my jersey stuck on because it was an old door, and the bullpen was out in right field when it first opened up, and I got my jersey stuck on one of the things, and I slammed the door open that night, and I pitched well. So from then on, I was slam the door open guy, so I could pitch well and get 3 up and 3 down and try to get out of there. So it was a lot of fun, and there was some ups and downs, and I embrace all of it, and you know, whatever I did it here, and I'm proud to be a Tiger.
Nick Castellanos batting now with 2 outs. He'll look at a Baldo.
Jones, the one thing that I loved about you is you always played with your heart, man. You laid it on the line every single time you got the ball in that 9th inning, and playing behind you. We knew that Jones is going to give us everything he had, so we better be on the balls of our feet, ready to make some plays, because you were going to attack the hitters with your best stuff.
You had to be on the balls of your feet if you're an outfield for me, pal. You had to go run down mistakes.
Happy to do it.
I was happy to do it. I made a few plays for you, but you also came out with some big outs for us too, man. It was awesome.
Well, thanks. And you know, just having a chance to, now that you're retired, now we're retired players, and all you've really got is just relationships with teams.